Today we're in Cornwall, a place called St Mawes. It's £3.50 car parking all day. We're going to make our way down to the harbour, turn right past Castle Point, up to St Justin Roseland, and then back down the coast at the other side to make it around. Just at the beginning of the car park you've got the Roseland Visitor Centre, tourist information, and then just below that you've got the public toilets. We head forward, we can see the harbour wall, we turn right there, we're heading up towards Castle Point, and we're going to give you a few shots of St Mawes as we walk along the harbour wall. So we're just heading forward across the front of the shops, harbour wall's on our left, and there we are. We can see he's caught about at least 15. Well, thank you, mate. See you later. We've got a couple of lads crabbing there and we counted about 15 that they'd caught. So we're just making our way across the front. As we walk towards Castle Point, we walk up to the harbour wall and take a look at the other side. As you can see, there's plenty of boats anchored up there. Looks quite good. We're still heading across the front. As we walk along on our right hand side, we see a thatched cottage. It's actually called Pink Cottage. And then just a bit further along we can see another thatched cottage. It's a beautiful place, is St Mawes. But we're heading towards the castle there, look. And there we've got the St Mawes ferry, so it travels from Pendennis to St Mawes. Regular trips. We're just at the side of the castle now. Looking back towards St Mawes. And as you can see, there's a seating area. It's a beautiful place. Very warm today. Must be 90 degrees. Right, we're going to go and have a look at St Mawes Castle now and take a shot. Well, there we've got St Mawes Castle in front of us. We're going to look over the estuary and take a shot of Pendennis Castle. And as we look down below, we can see we've got 4 cannons. And if we look across the estuary, we can see Pendennis Castle. These were both built by Henry VIII. Well, we're going to head forward now along the coast path towards St Justin Roseland. There seems to be plenty of parking up near the castle. I think it's free, but we're not 100%. But if you got in touch with Tourist Information before you came here, they'd let you know. We're just in the shade, looking over at Pendennis Castle there, but the water's crystal clear down below. Beautiful. We're on the coastal path, looking in, and these are just edge of somebody's gardens here. Absolutely well tended and beautiful. As we head forward along the track, the temperatures are pretty warm. You've a job to believe you're in England. You could be anywhere in the Med. It's fantastic. And again, look at that. Like I say, this is Cornwall. We're going through the gate ahead of us, a place called Newton Cliff. Well, we've just walked through the gate, walked forward 100 yards, and it looks like we're in fields and woods. Which we are, but just over the hedge, we've got the River Fal with the boats. We'll show you more of that later on. We just walk forward 1 field. We're coming out into the open again, but with the hedge either side, we thought that's a great shot. We keep going. You're walking with a taxi driver today? We walk through the edge, out into the open, and there's your shot. And we've got butterflies and insects flying all over, it's great. And we're walking through the trees again for a short distance. It just gives you a tiny bit of shade on the hottest day of the year. So we just keep heading forward. Beautiful countryside this. Well, we've just had a cormorant fly overhead straight towards us, but I couldn't get my camera down in time. As we walk along, we see a little gate on our left-hand side, and we can see that that leads down to the river. So let's go and have a look. And here we are. We've just come down onto a tiny little sort of a stone beach. We've got a boat parked about a couple hundred feet offshore, speedboating back. And then we'll slowly turn round and, you know, you could have a little picnic, probably at low tide here, look. Quite a nice place. We just wander around the side a tiny bit and we can see some, like, cabin cruisers or whatever they are parked in the bay. It's very peaceful down here. If you wanted the odd hour on your own or two, just sunbathing, be a nice little spot away from everybody. We've just got a couple in a little boat passing in front of us. We're going back up onto the top now. And just as we turn to go back up onto the top, we look into the distance, we can see Pendennis Castle in the entrance to Falmouth Bay. Beautiful spot. We've made our way back up onto the top now, gone through a gate and across a stile, both together. That's looking back. We've just left Newton Cliff National Trust Land. We turn round and keep heading forward now, heading towards St Just in Roseland. So we're back in National Trust Land now. We think this is called Tregavan, I can't pronounce it. We keep heading forward. Whatever it's called, it's certainly beautiful. We're still at the side of the Fal, just walking along the path. We see we've got a seat here as well. We're just past the seat, but there's so many great views, I can't stop filming. We'll keep going. As we go forward, a couple hundred yards past the seat, we see there's another gate down to the River Fal, but we best keep going because it's 2 o'clock and we won't get finished if we don't. We've just got a little rubber dinghy going by. As you can see, there's little gaps in the hedge to take a shot whenever you want, and you do need a camera when you're in Cornwall. As we walk along, we see there's several gates down to the beach, so it's easy to go down and spend an hour on the River Fal. Well, as you can see, we've got another seat there, look, and the hedge is cut back, so you've got a great view. You know, if you fancy a cup of tea or anything, sandwich, or just to sit down, or just idle away the odd hour. What could be better? So there's the end of the seat. Let's just look right. And we go through that gate there, look. We cross over a tiny bridge and we've a tiny little beach in front of us. Well, we've just had a bit of fun with the people off the boat there. You walk forward 100 feet, another great shot. Well, we best keep going. We're just crossing over a stile now, and that's the view in front of us. Eventually, we come out onto a track, turn right, walk forward 100 yards, turn right again. We're just steadily wandering up the track, admiring the views of the River Fal. Walk forward 100 yards, and then drop down left towards the river, and then turn round to take another shot. You've got a couple of seats there, and then we take a quick shot up the river. We're walking on a permissive path. Just walk by the canoe stood up on end. You'll see the light sailing masts in front of you. Look to your right there. You'll see a piece of string attached to a tree, and that's the path you'll be going up. But we're just going to go to the headland, take a quick shot, and then come back and then go up there. Turn left and head towards the church. This is looking on our right hand side. And as we came towards the water's edge, there was about half a dozen big fish turned round and swam away. Great. Beautiful place is this. We walked to the very end where they're mending the boats just to take a look. And this is another place where you do need your camera. And then let's just turn round and show you this view. Fantastic. Well, there's the church, and that's where we're heading. Right, so we're just going to make our way back now and pick up the little path for the church. Absolutely stunning is this, absolutely. We've got a bloke there stood up in his boat just coming towards us. So we're up on the top now, heading towards the church. 2 or 3 minutes, we're in the churchyard. We see there's a seat there, so we think this might be a good place for a cup of tea. Right then, we're sat on the seat now. Let's just give you the view. Absolutely out of this world. And that's the little end we went to get this shot of the church. You know, it's worth spending another 5 minutes of your walk just to get the great shots. Well, it's cup of tea time now. We'll be back to you. And as you can see, you've got some youngsters there being trained how to use the canoes. As we walk along the front of the church, we see we've got another seat on your right hand side. But look at this. Absolutely unbelievable. And like I say, you've got the churchyard just at the back of you. Well, we keep heading forward. Everywhere we look is absolutely stunning. Look at this. We're heading towards a church now. And this is just at the side of the church. There's plenty of seats about, loads of them. But look at that for a view. There's the church. I can't get the top because I can't go back no further. But very nice. Well, we're going to show you what this looks like now. We're just at the side of the church. And there's the view. And it's very tidy, as you can see. We see a little sign that says St Just Holy Well. So we're going to walk through the little archway and have a quick look. We walk forward 100 yards, turn right, and there it is. So we've just had a look at the Holy Well. We make our way back towards the far side of the church. We're just at the back of the church. As you can see, you've got a little seat there if you want to sit in the shade. So we've made our way to the far side of the church now. We turn left at the seat, uphill. We make our way up to the top and then turn left onto the road. Look to our right hand side to where the cars are parked. You can see the footpath sign. We go up the steps, we're looking for immediate right then. Just opposite the steps and the car park, you've got the public toilets. So you walk up the steps, walk forward 20 feet and then turn immediate right. You can see the yellow arrow mark. You'll come out at the top, just keep heading forward over the stile. National Trust sign says Churchtown Farm. So we're heading slightly uphill towards the road. As I'm looking through my camera lens now, I can see at least a dozen butterflies and all the bits of flowers either side of the path. Well, we keep going forward. After a few minutes you come out to a open field at the top. Well, we'll keep going. As we walk along, there's a gateway between two fields, so with a bit of height, so let's take a quick shot. We're at the end of the field now, and we're going in between two hedges again, so we're keeping an eye open for anything that's unusual. We head forward. We walk up to the road at the top. So just before the road we turn right. National Trust sign says Tregavan, and this avoids the road. As you step over the stile, there's your view on the right hand side. And we're just heading forward now. You can hear the cars on the road. When we walk through livestock or cows or out like that, we always take it steady, and you find with cows they're very sort of curious. They'll come up to you. These are only about 15-20 feet away. As you can see, brilliant. Well, we'll keep going now, because if we don't, we're going to attract them all to us. But, you know, they don't bother you. We just keep heading forward. We see like a tower or something in front of us. We make our way to the water tower. Just to the left-hand side of there, we've got our stile. We walk onto the road and turn right. As soon as you make your way onto the road, you'll see the sign for St Mawes. We turn left just before that, public footpath sign on the left-hand side of your picture. So we're following the track forward now, between the gate posts, house on our right-hand side. So we're walking through a farmyard now. So as we made our way into the farmyard, we just kept bearing left down the track. We see a gate in front of us, but just stop on the track, bearing off right. Then just keep heading forward along the track through another gate. Head forward towards the third gate. It says private, but turn immediate right there, over the stile. Footpath sign on your left. So we're just heading forward downhill. Tiny stream on our right hand side. We're heading along the path through like an archway of trees, field on your left hand side. 10 minutes after leaving the farm, we're down to the river. Look at that for a shot. We're slowly making our way back towards St Mawes now, and if you look in the middle of the picture between the two boats, you've got somebody there swimming. We keep going. We're steadily following the path up through the woods. That doesn't look it, but that's a pretty steep climb. Well, we're off up it now. We make our way to the top, walk through the trees for about 100 feet. Then we come out into the open grass. Look to our left hand side. Absolutely fantastic that. We're heading forward now. We just keep stopping every time there's a little gap in the edge and take a shot of these stunning views. That is absolutely fantastic. We're not too far off St Mawes now. We'll keep going. We make our way to the boatyard, turn immediate right uphill. Within about 30 feet, we turn left following the coast path. We walk forward 100 feet with a seat on our right hand side. And there's the view. We keep going. We walk to the end of the path and then turn right uphill. At the top we turn left, walk on the footpath following the road back into St Mawes. We're back in St Mawes now. We found this fantastic little viewing area, just shaded with the trees. There's plenty of seats. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our walk in Cornwall. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.